guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy, guys, finally doing a group YouTube video. So guys, we're gonna be answering some of your questions from Instagram and whatever other platform I asked you guys questions on, and we just threw in a couple of other questions as well. So I'm gonna introduce the fam. First of all, it's Annalisa. I'll link like people's social media if they want to have it on my YouTube channel in the description below, so you guys can go and follow them and stuff. I think the most active social media people are me and Annalisa. I don't know about other people. and Shug. The men, yeah. It's fine though, it's fine. We like it like that. Yeah. Okay, so Annalisa, she is Frankie's wife. Frankie's my cousin. So that's Frankie, Annalisa, they're a couple. You guys know Isaac, my husband, couple. Shug, you remember Shug? If you don't, I'll link my video with Shug. Sister tag, check it out. Shug and her husband. Okay.
French husband. French speaking man.
VT, Bertrand.
Yeah.
So those are the couples, guys.
Isaac.
So we're gonna get started with the questions, guys. So let's go. How did all of you know that your husband or wife was the one? The one. So
it's me. I'm the girl.
You don't need the pups. Okay.
Right.
So anyone can shoot. Okay, how did I know Isaac was the one? How did I know? I don't know. Okay, so basically, like before like we started dating and stuff, I had written in my journal, you know, like, God, I want this and that. I just want someone who carries like this calmness about them, you know what I mean? Just carries piscinyana about them. So I think I remember when I met Isaac, he was like a goofball. Like he was very playful kind of person. But then when we met again, like what, months later, or almost a year later, but months later, he just, yeah, a little bit, but it was still there. So he just had that thing, guys, that thing. Besides that, we also like decided to obviously pray about it before we started dating, so that we know that, okay, God is actually in this with us and it's not just our feelings or our emotions. So during that prayer period, we got a lot of peace and confirmation. So that's how, primarily, how we knew, okay.
Yes.
That's basically how we knew that we were the one for each other and that God was for it. I think the one for Christians should be that God is for your relationship and He has approved it, in my opinion. So yeah, that's.
Am I supposed to answer my part?
You can answer it.
Hey, so I wasn't a goofball. I was a basketball.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's the basketballness.
Yes, hoops. I was shooting hoops and yeah, I'm joking. I think because she narrated long, my short version was, yeah, it was a conviction thing, it was a faith thing, because I didn't know much about Rita when, by the time I knew that I wanted to date and for the purposes of finding out if we're compatible for marriage, I hardly knew much about her. So I was going by my faith that I had a peace, I had a conviction, and that was it. Also for me, how I knew was, it was a time when I was, you know, I was like, now I'm ready to find my woman, and there were a few prospects, and for me, when I met Rita, the other prospect.
I eliminate.
They stopped getting SMSs. That's how I knew. No, this one captivates me. Yeah.
I captivated you. Okay, guys, listen to forever.
That's actually a very good, important thing to that I think Christian women should know, is that the chances are the guy that you're chatting to is chatting to is checking out other prospects.
Yeah.
So I always say, if it's not communicated, it doesn't exist. Period.
Amen.
Until he says and cuts out other prospects and
Yes.
points out that it is you.
Yeah.
You're not the girl.
Yeah.
It's not you.
You're eating the pups.
Me.
So, like Rita, I also like maybe when I was like, I don't know, between like 12 and 16, somewhere there.
12 and 16 what?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
between 12 and 16, I went through a time where we were told to pray for our spouses, I suppose. And so even I wrote in a journal like what I was looking for and stuff like that, and how I'd see him. And I think one of the stuff that I put on there that like a physical manifestations was when he'd be around my birthday.
Yeah.
And then two, he'd be the first person to buy me flowers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Frankie was in the spirit.
I'm like, this guy was like you. Hey.
Wow.
Yeah, birthday thing? What?
he'd be around my birthday, or he'd celebrate my birthday with me, and he'd be
Okay.
the first person to buy me flowers.
Okay.
And he, okay.
Yeah. So even so I've never had a boyfriend during my birthday.
Wow.
Even like when you're vibing with someone, just when it starts by 28th of October, it's like
It's over.
yeah, they're gone, eh?
Yeah.
And then they'll
Oh,
come
God.
back like 3 November after the birthday.
I'm waiting for this kid. Like, let's break up as your birthday.
So obviously I started dating Frankie before my birthday. And even then it was, I think, I'm not sure whether Isaac or Rita said it, but it was more of it was a faith thing, because at that point I didn't know if he was the one who was going to be around, but it really was a conviction thing. And then when the 1st of November came, he was there, and there were flowers. So so that's not obviously not the main thing,
Yeah.
but throughout our relationship it was confirmed over and over again.
Yeah.
He is the one.
I suppose he also got you flowers?
Yeah.
On her birthday.
On my
All
birthday.
together in one.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to hit that net florist. Nice. Long distance net florist is your friend.
If you're dating someone in South Africa.
Yeah.
Can I? You wanna talk?
Oh, no, you can.
No, it's
I want you
Oh.
to say the lesson. I'm a lessons girl. See, ladies and gents, it's okay to trust God with something. So basically, Annalisa had, it says that God, speaks about God, He'll give you the desires of your heart, right? So for her, that was something that was important to her. And asking God to reserve it as a sign for your person is the same as Gideon in the Bible in Judges 6, saying to God, show me a sign, right? And he asked God to, we know the story, Judges 6. So I'm just saying it's okay to ask God for a sign once you've submitted the thing at the altar.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's good.
I think for me, knowing that Annalisa was the one, it was a difficult situation because we were doing a long distance thing, and I've only known her for like a week.
10 days.
No, 10 days, yeah.
No, it's less than
Yeah, less than 2 weeks. So I only knew her then, and we were not dating. Then immediately as she left, I got her numbers. And for some reason, I'm not a guy who cries. I don't really cry.
Yeah, I don't know. You
So, but the day she left, I was so emotional. I even cried. I've only known her for 10 years, and we're not even dating. I was just so emotional. I don't know what's happening to me. And just sustaining, and just sustaining that for a long distance relationship. So what I learned there was that it's more of faith. So you have to learn to hear from God. And also the one great thing that we did when we started dating is that we engaged a couple who worked with us on the onset, even before we decided to be in a relationship. So there was a couple that came and said, okay, you guys were in a mission team together. Maybe you have to check if this is just a, you know,
Hype.
hype.
Jesus.
Yeah, you know, maybe you love Jesus and how the whole mission team was. Yeah, and then we just prayerfully went into it, and then we knew as time went on that, you know, this is the person I want to be with. So just prayer.
Yeah.
Apart from walking with him and testing the conviction, there was a dream. There was a dream.
Sister Lizzie!
What is this?
What is this?
You so pity in a row.
Walking down the mountain! Lord, what is this?
When I was praying about my husband, and that was also from, I think, late teens, my prayer at some point became, God, let me get to know him in the spiritual, right? So I was trusting God for character traits of my husband, the man that would be my husband, just so that I would know what to look out for. And so over the years, there were little things that I was able to add to the list, like to the growing list. So how did I end up knowing? So I've known him for 10 years, and we were acquaintances, developed a friendship much later. But what happened is I had a dream, and in this dream I was being shown a man, and it was more about the character of the man. And so this dream shows me, I see a man and a kind of man and his character, and that just, when I woke up, I remember first of all feeling like that was so real, and then writing it down and knowing that it was significant, and also because of I had prayed, a lot of things had happened before that leading up to this very prayer. So then when I finally let BT in as a friend, or just allowing myself to get to know him, because I was very close off to guys for quite a few years. And so when I started getting to know him, what was weird is that I started to recognize the guy from that dream in him, right? And yeah, then and I was very cautious to even put a lot of weight on the dream. I didn't want it to be God told me he's the one. Like, I was very careful not to be. I wanted it to prove itself, right? Yeah. So working it out, I got to the point. By the time we started dating, the day we agreed we're gonna do this thing, we already kind of knew, like, psh, it's done. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lengthy answer.
Very lengthy.
Oh, you need a
No, we're gonna edit today.
Okay, I think mine will be short. My wife has said everything. Everything to say. Okay. I didn't know that she was the one, because when I felt that there was a connection between two of us, the way we were chatting, it was just so natural, and I was sharing deep stuff that you could only share with your future wife, and it was just so natural between us. Yeah, we had some time to allow God to speak to it. We had time to pray about it, and the Lord confirmed. And yeah, that's it.
I have to just say something though. The list thing, because now you know how nowadays with the list, like when I don't know, well, I guess Nita's gonna explain if she has to, but when you talk about the list, not necessarily talk about materialistic things. Yeah. And so when you hear he ticked the list, we are not, he didn't a job, do you know what I mean? Hey!
Yeah.
It really is character, it really is like that type of list where you prayed and there's confirmation and there's peace.
Yeah.
Everything else in jail.
Yeah.
I'm now wondering, do guys ever have lists?
Yes, a very short one. A powerful.
Wow. So short.
Probably about looks, maybe.
Yeah.
Short but powerful.
Yeah.
I'm not